Hi everyone, this is Lillian and welcome to another live session of Urban Gadgets, uh, Gadget Geeks, Gadget Geek. I'm your resident Gadget Geek, Lillian. I will give you a short introduction about myself. So my name is Lillian. I'm a travel blogger. My blog is Wanderlust. If you have never heard of me, then I'm so glad that you're here today so we can talk about travel. So it's been a year since the pandemic last year. It's been a year since the pandemic disrupted our life, and before 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 then, all I thought is I have always been traveling as long as I can remember. In fact, I have been traveling since before the start of Instagram. Anyway, it's been a year of no travel, and I cannot wait to get back to traveling. But of course, I wanted to be safe, and I'm so happy that Urban Gadget invited me to have this small session so I can have be together with some friends, some of my travel buddy who I've not seen in more than a year, some of them. And so now we're gathered together virtually so that we can talk about what we want to talk about, what we love to talk about, which is traveling. So joining me tonight are four of my travel friends, and let me introduce you to them. So first is an IT guy and a famous travel blogger, and his blog is called his La Cochero. So Angel is a traveler behind La Cochero, and he writes about he travels around the Philippines and also all over the world. And his blog is full of colorful pictures and also very important guides on how to travel. So without much ado, this
Hello
is
guys.
Angel of the La Cochero. And the next to be joining us is Ron. Ron Cruz of Flip Travel or Wrong Cruise. Ron is an artist and also he's an artist and also a prolific writer. If you see his blog, opposite of Angel, his blog right. It's about the places, but also it's a lot more stories than a guide. Be you can have like a romantic view of a place or like misadventures. This is what Ron writes about. So Ron Cruz of Flip Travels.
Hi everyone,
And
good evening.
finally, hi. And finally, we have Julius of La Cocherong Chinelas. Julius is also very well traveled. He's a CPA attorney by day, but he claims to be a gypsy and a wanderer at heart. I don't think he's a full time traveler because he's always working, but also always away. So, welcome, Julius.
Hello everyone.
So actually, we're supposed to be 5 people today, but at the moment, one of our friends, Gay, she's currently out of. She's currently have to be called on a work emergency, but she may join us briefly if she can. So anyway, hi guys, long time no
Hi.
see. I have not seen
Hello.
Ron in a long
Parang,
time.
parang may konting gap doon. Pero anyway, yeah. Hi everyone, na-miss ko kayo.
Ah,
Kailan tayo
Gusto ko
magkikita-kita
lang
ulit?
muna mag-comment dun sa video ni Lil. For those na nakakita, napaka-nostalgic. Nalungkot tuloy
Yeah.
ako kasi ang tagal, di ba? Parang
I know.
suddenly,
Oo nga.
parang pinutol yung traveling lifestyle natin.
Actually,
Yeah.
ewan ko kung na-feel niyo na ako, parang recently, every time makakakita ako ng mga post, like, yung mga throwback, photos na nagta-travel, kahit hindi ako yung nagpo-post, parang na-feel ko yung longing.
Exactly.
Dumating na ako sa
Exactly.
point na gano'n.
Ako, as much as
It's been
possible,
more than a year.
hindi ako nag-review ng photos, old photos, vlogs. Kasi parang mas nade-depress ako eh. Parang naalala ko yung carefree days, di ba?
Yeah, true.
Ako different
So,
naman.
when
Parang
was your
mas
last travel,
okay eh.
guys?
Ano
Kailan
sabi
yung
niya?
last travel nyo?
Last time, during the pandemic ako nakapag El Nido pa ako tsaka Boracay. But prior
Wow!
to the lifting, oo. Prior
Sana
nung
all.
lifting ng prior nung yung ECQ last March 2020. Nakapag Korea pa ako. That was the last international na travel. Tas the rest yun, bahay na lang.
So what were the plans? Actually last year, no? So I was at the beginning of the year, mga April, because for as long as I remember, recent, at least in the recent memory, I always have isang parang major travel per year. You know, like more than that. After nung long-term traveling ko, parang I always have like mga major trip. Pero in fact, last year, di ba, Ron, we're still planning pa mag-Europe tayo. In fact,
Yeah.
nag-apply pa nga ako ng visa. So parang in denial, patinuloy ko pa nung February. I got my visa and I thought, sure, by April, pwede na ulit yan. Pero, wow, it turns out na hindi pala siya hanggang itong April.
We were
How about you
planning
guys? Anong plan nyo na
diba?
na-disrupt last year?
No, di ba that time, Lilian, you were thinking of like going to Austria. Tama ba? Yun ba yung plano natin?
Yeah. Dapat mag-wine tour tayo.
Well, dapat talaga, ang original plan is to go to Antarctica with everyone, with the rest of these guys. Pero syempre.
I know, right? We have Antarctica 2020.
Supposedly, yeah. But I think, well, don't get me wrong. I would like, when that happened, immediately, alam ko nang maka-cancel na agad lahat ng pinlani ko for that year. And, syempre, ipa-prioritize pa rin natin yung safety, and considering this pandemic is unprecedented, that's something that I took into consideration. Pero sayang, no? Parang, madami rin akong flights na forfeit for that year.
Yeah.
Yes, Ikaw, Jello.
May nabasa akong comment dito. Feeling niya daw inuman session talaga to.
Well,
So guys,
actually,
feel free kung may wine glass kayo dyan, feel free to get your wine glass.
Pwede. Kaya, kukunin ko.
Cheers tayo.
Cheers.
Sayang
Meron
kasi
din
hindi na ako
nagtanong
umiinom eh.
So,
Kasi may wine
thanks
glass
guys.
ako eh.
No? So we're so happy. So many people joined us right now, no?
Yeah, guys, if you have questions,
Sorry for a little bit distracted, because
Shout out.
may mga comments and we're just reading them. And then we want to say hi to everyone. So, like I mentioned kanina, Urban Gadget, they would like to give out some freebies for some of our guests tonight.
Oh, wow. May
Talaga?
Mike.
Nice.
Shout out nga natin.
Kasali ba tayo?
may pa-contest? Oh,
Meron
May
daw
pa-contest daw. Yung
May
pinakamahabang
pa-flight?
tanong.
May pa-flights ba?
Oy, ikaw magbibigay
Ikaw
ng
yata
flight.
yun.
Baka
From
umasa.
Philippine Airlines. From Philippine Airlines na.
Good luck.
This is for you, Ron. Tanong ni Weiwei Ang, what is your advice para sa people na gustong mag-travel pero natatakot mag-travel?
Natatakot. Okay. Actually, hindi mawawala na matakot eh. Kasi feeling ko, at this point, kung how pandemic was actually like developing, napaka-uncertain lahat ng pwedeng, it's walang kalinawan eh. Kung ano man yung pinaplano para mas malabo pa sa mga promises ng ex mo. Pero, hindi, I think it's something na you need to consider when you're planning to travel. Parang, make sure when you plan, mag-plan ka lang nung trip na hindi ka mawawasak pag hindi natuloy. You know what I mean? Kasi, it's gonna be uncertain. There's a lot of factors going on. It's not just superficial about travel. Marami ng affected industries, maraming sectors na affected, and Even politics and economy is playing a big part of it now. So yun lang po.
Natuwa si
Ang
Weiwei sa'yo.
serious, teka, wala akong ano. Excuse me, wala akong
ng bote.
Actually, no, since hindi pa nga ako hindi pa nga ako nakaka-ride ng airplane eh since the pandemic.
Same here.
Start. Ikaw din?
Same
Angel?
here. Si attorney lang yata yung nakapag-El Nido during the pandemic.
Oh, El Nido.
Hindi naman sa sobrang, well, of course, I wanted to be safe and, but also, sometimes parang the rules keep on changing. So minsan sabi ko, sige, I'll wait it out na lang, no? Parang, sige, hindi naman tayo nagkulang sa travel in your life. So it's better for me. I think maybe soon. We just have to be hopeful na soon we will be able to do the things we like, even if medyo change siya. So what do you think would stay?
Parang walang urgent urge to travel, to fly. I don't know why. Siguro, the pandemic killed yung wanderlust on me. Pero siguro yung stress ng pandemic, ng work, and everything, parang last thing on my mind right now is to travel.
Agree. I agree.
Take time to rest. Ipon ng mga travel funds. Hopefully, ma-reach natin yung herd immunity soon para maka-travel ulit tayo before.
And also,
before.
Some stress, no? Pero, yeah. And then some people, I mean, a lot of people are affected na, like, because they're out of work. I think I'm one of them na parang kasi I'm part of my family. I work for my family's business and then we are in the fashion sector. So, hindi siya, essential. Hindi siya essential like the lugaw. So medyo affected kami ng konti. We haven't, so anyway, pero we try. We're hoping na things...
ano lang sa mga viewers, feel free to share yung event, yung live stream para mas marami maka-join sa banding natin.
Yeah. So, tanongin din natin yung viewers natin like what are the things na mga hindi natuloy na trip nyo last year, maybe we can talk about it as well. Comment nyo lang.
Oo.
Yeah. So I agree with yung sabi ni Jello na parang it became suddenly travel became part of the periphery kasi yung siguro the pandemic changed priorities din, di ba? So nasanay tayo before na parang every 2 months, especially si yung tahimik diyan, si Julius. Sturoy.
Bakit?
Ito yung buwan-buwan mabiyahe. So,
hindi ako nga.
Nagbago ba sa yung priorities, in terms of priorities, parang, or it took a while para matanggap na talaga hindi tayo makakapag-travel.
Siguro it took a while. Kasi nung 2020, medyo may parang may hope ka na maybe on the last quarter maging okay siya, ganyan. Pero nung medyo malabo na with the different policies, ganyan, tapos yung requirements for traveling. So sabi ko, hindi na to mangyayari. So yun, trinay ko yung domestic, yung El Nido. Mga first quarter, ito na, 2021 na. But afterwards, okay naman. Yung isa sa magandang side doon kasi hindi ganun ka touristy. Yung walang masyadong wala kang kaagaw. Di ba? Kasi isa siya sa destination na sobrang dami talaga madaming bisita So ito, kayo lang yung nandun. So medyo okay naman siya. Nakapag-relax ka. Pero other than that, hindi rin totally yung feel na nagbabakasyon ka kasi at the back of your mind, iniisip mo yung may pandemic pa din 'di ba? Pagbalik mo ganun. So hindi totally vacation ng Siguro trial lang siya.
Actually, come to think of it, yung pandemic nakapag-rest yung mga spots, yung mga locations na lalo na yung mga heavily it's not that we're thinking pandemic because nakapag-rest sila. Pero yun yung mga isa sa mga effects nung lockdown. Nakapagpahinga yung mga sites.
My question from Elisa, if this pandemic finally over, what would be your first ever destination out of your bucket list? Ikaw, Lilia.
Ako? Actually,
Elisa. Thanks, Elisa.
Yung 2020, meron akong dalawang trip na hindi natuloy eh. They're both a scuba diving trip. So, I have a pre-booked trip to Egypt to dive the Red Sea and also sa Banda Sea sa Indonesia. Dapat, usually I have like 1 to 2 major dive trips. So, I guess, when this is finally over, I hope na yun matuloy na. I've never been to Egypt kasi, so part yan ng ng dream destination. So, thank you for... How about you guys?
Ako, I think... sino ba?
Si Ron muna. Nag-isip ako eh. Parang
kasama ba Pilipinas? Kasi yun talaga yung una
Of course.
Bala kong umuwi and to see you guys. Oh.
Yeah, because Ron is based in Singapore eh.
And seriously, yeah, I want to like reconnect with family and friends, pero with the situation now, I think magiging last yung or latter part pa yung Philippines kasi pag pumuwi ako ng Philippines, mahirapan akong bumalik dito sa Singapore. Pero siguro if I'll be able to travel, I'm thinking of going back to Japan siguro ulit. And it's I think compared to my past travel sa Japan, this one it's gonna be more meaningful. Parang kasi ngayon I think we'll discuss about it later, pero parang at this point parang may iba na yung meaning ng travel for me, and I know it's gonna change how I perceive plan and actually traveling. It's gonna be something new and it will never be the same. Ikaw, Julius.
Ako ang bala ko talaga mga 3 to 4 months of travel.
Yes, talaga.
Kung
you think
possible.
You finally can?
Ayaw mo?
Yun, let's see. Yun. So, yun lang. Pero kung saan, kahit saan na siguro, basta makapag-travel lang.
Any na lang, ganun.
Hong Kong. Wala pa ang specific na bansa na gusto puntahan for now.
Si Angel nga, sabi nga niya, parang nawala yung niya eh. Nawala yung masyadong parang dati. Okay nga din, before tayo, like, while you're on a trip, you just got home, parang you're planning the next trip na. So, I guess now, you're right, Ron, yung parang now it would be parang meaningful when you finally go out and then, back to before. Dati kasi, like, I would also plan for a long time bago makapunta ng isang. And then finally, a while, traveling become very easy, with Google Maps and all this stuff. Naging easy. So, naging race siya, naging karera.
Actually, tama, Lilian. Yung dumating kasi tayo sa point na I know a lot of people, kahit dun sa medyo mga bago-bagong travelers na nahihilig pa lang in the last 5 years or so, at pati yung mga kabatch natin na medyo matagal-tagal na nagbibiyahe, dumating tayo sa point na parang naging jaded tayo about travel. Like, nag-travel tayo, pero bigla naalala nyo ba yung how magical it was, like early 2000? Every time magte-take off yung plane, parang kulang lang maiyak ka. Parang ganun. So, nawala siya in the last couple of years eh. Parang ngayon, feeling ko pag nagkaroon ulit ng flight, baka maiyak na naman ako. Parang gano'n sa akin. So, it kind of like, maybe for lack of better terms siguro, I'll say, the romanticization of travel would be there again. Pero, it will be different. Depende sa tao. Pero I think for me, yun ang effect niya. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, pero I'm excited. I'm excited post-pandemic kasi feeling ko everyone is eager to travel. So yung travel is magbo-boom eh. And then yung feeling na yan, posibleng may balik eh. Yung magic ng travel, diba?
Yeah.
So hopefully soon matapos tayo ng pandemic.
Ikaw,
sabay-sabay natin yung magic.
Sagutin mo muna yung tanong ni Elisa.
Ano?
Kung saan mo gusto daw
pumunta. If this pandemic is finally over, what would be your first? Katulad ni Atty. Actually, matagal ko ng plan yung parang 1 whole year of travel. Sana walang workmate na nanonood ngayon, pero I plan to I plan to stop working and mag-travel ng a year and then go back to the Philippines, study, and then yun. Pero yung exact destination on mind, wala. Pero nami-miss ko from time to time ang Japan, ang South America, ang Nepal, Sagada, Batanes, Cebu, and Palawan.
Hey, wait, guys. So, si Gay is here. Let me introduce one of our, like we mentioned earlier, one of our friends, si Gay of Pinay Travel Junkie. Siya yung heartthrob ng group.
Hey!
Hi, Gay. How are you?
Guy from Australia.
Hello.
Gay is saying hello from Australia.
Oh, I'm good. Maingay where I am.
Ba't ang payat mo? Sabagay, payat ka naman talaga.
So, anong iniinom mo dyan, Gay? May bawal ba?
After.
Teka, may
I'm
tanong
just on my
kasi.
15.
Sige.
May tanong from Cara. Ikaw sumagot, Gay.
Okay.
Would love to know how you guys are coping with the lack of travel. What's keeping you busy?
It's
Alam ko,
very
sige.
depressing.
Sorry.
The life.
I just really want to come home. Yun yung travel na gusto ko talagang gawin.
Alin? Sorry, naputol ka.
Sorry, you're
I just want to come home. It's very
yeah, like you, Ron.
Oh.
Yeah,
Pero siguro
like
dapat mag-reunion muna tayo bago tayo, before anything else.
Oo nga, the last time I saw Gay was sa Siargao.
the gender reveal party in Siargao. That was
So
that was the last
tapos
time
yung
I
Soleil already
I
1 year old na. More than 1 year na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isang taon na siya, hindi ko pa nakikita in person hanggang ngayon. Anyway, so I think
So,
there's
for the lack of
may question
back
si
to the
Cara.
question, Ron.
Yeah.
Hi, Cara.
Ikaw Lilian, ikaw muna, sagutin mo 'yun.
Me?
Oo.
Well, actually nung so na-stop yung travel pero I've done so many things from starting to sabi ko, oh, good, I've always wanted to learn painting. So I tried to learn watercolor painting online. Tapos syempre with and then I also got interested with plants like with everyone else. And also we have been cooking and we have been cooking at home kasi unlike some people, we're lucky that me and my family, we live together. We're like 10 people living in this house. So kahit na lockdown, marami kami dito. So it's not sad. And then finally, the one good thing that came out of this pandemic was kasi nga like our business, like me and my sister, and my mom, we all work in the same company. And then suddenly the company is closed for a long time. So parang and then we thought, oh, why don't we make our hobby into something? So actually, we made a new small business out of this. We're now like into food business also. So yeah, that's what's keeping me busy until now.
Okay. Sige, ulit.
Pero you guys kasi like you all continue to be working eh.
Yeah.
Sige mo.
One of those, parang considered na yung job ko, considered kami like, not in the medical industry, pero we're considered frontline because I didn't really lose my job. So, sobrang lucky kami. Pero, ayun. And, well, the baby is keeping us busy.
You're true. True.
Yeah, your Instagram is fun to watch nga.
She came at the right time na, she's not exactly a quarantine baby, but she was born in that year. So, yun. I think...
Yeah, I can only imagine, Gay, halimbawa, if it's not pandemic and we are able to travel, na-imagine mo yung stress of traveling with the baby and Luna.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Na dalawa na.
Oo. So, parang, it's it was kind of easy, or it still is easy to go. At saka iba rin kasi, because I'm in Australia, parang we only had a hard lockdown for a few months, and we were never really not allowed to go out where I live. So, yun, it's not, we didn't have it really hard like other people. Aalis na ako.
Okay, thank you for dropping by.
May nag-comment lang, Gay. Sana man lang daw nagpasabi ka na red lipstick pala tonight para lahat na-inform.
Nagtataka nga yung office mates ko. Pag gabi, hindi naman ako nag-lipstick ng red. Bakit daw ako medyo na-shock sila.
Say hi na lang sa mga say hi na lang sa mga fans mo bago ka umalis.
Mag-hi ka sa mga fans.
Grabe sila. Hello po. At saka bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for dropping by. Nice to see you. Hala. Oh.
Okay. So,
ikaw, announce ko lang I have an announcement, small announcement. Okay. Urban Gadget will be choosing 10 participants who are interacting with us random. They will have free gifts from Travel Blue, Lexingham, and Zoom. Ayan sila. Okay.
Kasama ba tayo? Kasama ba tayo?
You will get a PM from them.
Okay. Okay. So, going back.
So, may nagtanong dito.
Huh?
So, what made you? How would travel blogging change post-pandemic? Travel blogging? So funny. Meron din ang tanong how did you decide to become a travel blogger? Si Alisa. Saka si Fitzgerald.
Who's gonna answer that?
Sino sasagot? Ang hirap sagutin how
ikaw.
Pandemic.
Since ikaw yung pinaka parang consistent blogger.
Oo nga.
Ako?
Oo.
Talaga ba? Actually, ngayon,
kasi
ang hirap sagutin. During yung height ng pandemic, sabi ko, i-update ko yung, parang time to update the blogs, create contents. Pero I realized kasi, all of a sudden, yung travel blogging became irrelevant during this time. So parang nawala yung gana ko ring mag-travel blog. So kung papansinin niyo yung vlogs ko, walang post talaga. Even Instagram.
Oo nga. Naisip ko din because a lot of our blogs, some of us, except for Ron, parang siya, we also post a lot of guides on, and then I'm sure after pandemic, all these guides will change. So,
a lot of
things
change. So how to go to this place, paano yung booking, reservation, yung mga establishments kung open pa ba. So yung mga travel blogs ko parang hindi ko masasuggest kung hindi ko ma-recommend na relevant pa sila. So I'm not sure kung paano mangyari. Parang tayo nag-back to zero. Ganon. Parang pupunta ka sa destination, create experience, create blogs. Siguro I think ganon magiging experiential kasi hindi mo masasabi kung ano sa mga previously created blogs mo ang relevant pa.
Totoo. I think, tama yung sinabi mo. Tsaka, I think this time around, because dati kasi ang daling gumawa ng guide. Like, meron kang mode of doing it na po pwedeng iba kung paano ko siya gawin sa side ko. Pero ngayon kasi, since meron ng mga bagong regulations, bagong requirements, hindi na po pwedeng maging subjective yung mga information. Usually, hindi ka na pwede basta-basta lang mag-post kasi pag maling information na nalagay mo doon, you need to be accountable of what you're posting. Diba? So we need to be careful as well. Especially now, ang daming nagbago sa borders like how one country would require citizens of another depending kung ano yung trend ng situation. So like the requirements, visas, everything. So it's gonna be difficult. So baka mamaya hindi lang maging parang guide yung vlogging ngayon. So there might be another niche to it, like tama sabi mo, experiential. So it could be like stories, back to the stories, yung ganun. Well, ganun naman ginagawa ko the whole time, pero it will definitely change.
Yeah. Tsaka may, I don't know kung papatok pa rin ang travel vlog like before. Kasi with the pandemic, we saw the rise of TikToks, YouTube,
Yeah.
di ba? And parang it's everyone's ball game eh. Parang lahat tayo nagsisimula ulit from zero. Lahat tayo mag-create ulit ng contents, mag-discover ng mga places. So kahit sino pwede ulit mag-vlog about any place, magsimula. And parang magkaka-level tayo lahat. Walang ahead, walang ako matanda nang nag-travel gano'n.
Parang parang reset button talaga siya.
Oo, reset button. Kasi yung mga ginawa mong vlogs before, di mo alam kung mag-a-apply pa ngayon.
Delete na natin. Hindi,
ako feeling ko iba naman. Depende siguro sa sa yung kung paano mo create yung vlog mo tsaka yung target na audience mo. Kasi yung iba, 'di ba, gumawa ka ng vlog for guides or something. So yun, medyo problema ng konti. Pero if you made the vlog to share your stories, tapos kung how was yun, the experience, pwede siya, even kung going back to the question kung how would travel vlogging change post-pandemic, siguro mas maganda din for others na travelers na hindi nakapag-vlog na experience nila prior to pandemic to share also what they did or how they traveled before the pandemic. Kasi magiging reference na siya, whether we like it or not, it's already part of history. Parang yung kung anong experience mo before pandemic, reference na kung anong life, what was the life before. Parang ganun ba? Kung history books. So, parang ganun. May historical na siya. So, at I think meron pa din talagang magbabasa. Hopefully, pero hindi ganun ka taas yung percentage. Pero meron. Kasi even, I think even the
for sure
travel vloggers, ganun din
For sure may travel boom after pandemic. So I guess parang samantalahin natin yon kung gusto pa rin natin i-pursue yung pagiging travel vlogger natin to create contents na relevant sa post-pandemic era.
Speaking of travel,
yung kay Ron no? Like Ron, you're more of a parang storyteller ka kasi. So, it will change also. Hindi siya guide, pero like the experience, if ikaw mahilig ka pa to go back and back.
Pabalik-balik.
May question si Mary Joy Juanico. Sabi niya, being a travel blogger during COVID-19, what is it like daw?
Being a travel blogger during it means like you see your traffic going down.
Actually, parang all of a sudden, nagising ka na lang na hindi na uso yung travel vlogging. Parang hindi na relevant yung travel vlogs.
Talagang like nobody's reading. Like nobody's going to your blog at all.
Honestly, talaga almost parang from 1,000 hits before pandemic, nag-dip yung sa akin to less than 100 hits a day.
I know, right?
And thankfully, hindi ako full-time travel blogger. Pero there are people na nag-full-time sa travel blogging na bread and butter nila ang travel blogging. And I think sila yung mas affected. Kasi as in, wala talagang income from travel blogs.
Even
mahirap.
Even YouTubers, di ba, mga vloggers, naging content nila during the pandemic was the situation in their place, kung nasan sila. So parang limited sila sa ganun. So until now, I'm not seeing a lot of content like yung mga fina-follow ko ng mga YouTubers. Pero I think magbabago nga yan. Sabi nga ni Angel, may after this, kung kailan man to, I think may nabasa ako sa The Economist. Ang projected curve nila bago mag-resume ang travel is probably around 3 years from the time na mag-resume na yung proper, like in a sense of normalcy. Parang
but I guess when the normalcy returns kasi mag-require na sila ng mga parang vaccination visa, mga ganun ba?
Yeah. Hindi lang yun.
What do
Kasi
you think?
that time,
Pwede ba yun? Vaccination visa? Well, anyway, I don't want to talk about it.
So, yung certificate of vaccination.
Pero
It's-
alam
I
ko
think
yun
other
ang
countries
isa
are already requiring it.
Required na siya.
Like,
Already na sa Iceland, basta vaccinated ka na, pwede ka na pumunta.
And I heard sa merong free vaccination upon entry sa Maldives. Nabasa ko yun. Or, I don't know.
Nabasa ko yan. Pero kasi with the rate we're going, parang ang sabi, ang Philippines ma-reach pa natin ng herd immunity by 2030 ba? 2029?
Shout out ako.
Wow, may pa-shout out.
Shout ang Kobisan Farm. Somebody started the farm. My sister started the farm during pandemic, so that's one good thing. Ayan, they're asking, meron ditong relevant question na actually napag-usapan natin before eh. Teka, may yung about like the fear of Asian hate during travel. Hindi pa kasi tayo umaalis pero hindi pa tayo lumalabas and we're all still in our Asian area. So parang hindi pa namin na-experience yun.
Well, I think yung Asian hate based on news, hindi naman natin ma-generalize kasi kung galing lang sa news yung mga nakikita natin, we don't know kung ano yung prevalence niya talaga, kung gaano siya kadami in certain places like
and si Gay, parang sana pala si Gay Gay lives in Australia, so parang I don't think, parang wala naman siyang complain about it.
Yeah, but I think we just need to be cautious about it kasi country to country iba-iba rin ang culture like even within United States, hindi natin alam kung nag-occur ba yung Asian hate sa maybe like places na may hindi ganun ka diverse, like hindi masyado mas homogenized yung culture or yung population. So factors din kasi siya. Well, we don't know yet. It's quite difficult. But by the way, may tanong si Jerome. After this pandemic, is it safe to travel around Asia Pacific due to the safe. So far, I think it's also the fear. Even yung mga friends ko dito na first consideration nila yan na pag nagkukwentuhan kami, sinasabi nila saan ba yung mga places na walang masyadong Asian hate. I mean, it's a valid concern, especially pag physically mas mukhang Asian. Ako kasi hindi ako
Chinese, no? Oo.
Yeah.
Lahat ba tayo mukhang Chinese?
Sabi nga ni Mark Daniel Escalera, be cautious lang talaga. And be street smart.
True.
Diyan ba si Ruby? Hi, Ruby. Sorry.
Lilian si... And may question ata si Candy. Sorry.
Pakibasa nga. Ang daming words eh.
Hindi mo daw siya pinapansin.
Shout out na nga Shout out na nga yung Kobisan Farm.
Kung is there a place...
My biggest followers, my sisters are both here. Hindi ko alam kung yung Japan nandito. I can't see.
Ito yung tanong niya, kung is there a country or place that you regret of traveling daw? And what was the reason for that regret?
Wow.
Kayo ang sumagot. Kasi ako wala eh. Huh?
Ako rin wala. Like I've had some like unpleasant experience like being scammed sa Hungary. Pero still I'm glad that I have been there. Maganda naman siya.
Right? I think yung experience na ganyan, like you'll hate it when you're there. But eventually it will be like a story worth telling. Parang like sabi nga natin, di ba, the best travel stories actually didn't start with the bullet started. So I think the more you get, I'm not wishing na
so far
maulit
I've not had any experience that I've regret.
Yeah, same. I mean, hindi ko naman sasabihin na gusto kong mangyari sa akin.
I'm sure. I mean, there would be people with like mga maybe fatal experiences or what. Of course, I can't. Pero for me personally, meron ako some negative experience pero parang okay pa naman. My worst was I was kicked out of a train in Budapest sa border kasi at that time in 2011 ano ba? anong country? Croatia was not part of the Schengen visa. Tapos, I boarded a train na hindi ko alam na dadaan pala ng Croatia. So, I was on my way to Italy, pero I was kicked out of the train. Anyway,
Well,
I blogged about it.
yeah. I
Nawalan
I
din
was
pala ako ng
extorted.
passport sa
I was
Spain. Pero
extorted,
nahanap
Lilian,
ko.
sa Uganda. Di ba nakwento ko sa'yo yun? Yung extortion sa
Jose.
Uganda.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Next question.
Ayan daw. Ay, wala. Inaano ko lang na magbibigay daw ng pipili daw ng 10 ang Urban Gadgets, and they will be giving out tokens from Travel Blue, Lexingham, and Zoom. Yan lang.
Okay.
Have you ever met?
I've had.
May question.
Nagkaroon ako ng, so in 2007, my first trip sa Europe on my last day. So I was invited by one of my na-meet sa hostel to go around, because that was my last day. I had to come home because my dad at the time was sick, so my trip was cut short. So I had one day in Rome, and one of the guy at the hostel said, "Oh, I'll take you around in my Vespa." So sige. So we went around like 5 minutes. Boom! We were hit by a car or a taxi. And then I even experienced parang brief amnesia. Pero anyway, wala namang no serious damage. I was able to come home the next day. Travel vlogging? Traveling, no? Hindi naman travel vlogging. Accident experience yung travel.
Sino ba?
Vlogging.
Wala akong ganyan.
Tsaka vlogging. May nagla-vlog ba sa atin? Si Ron.
Si Ron saka si Gay nagbo-vlog. Ako may nagti-TikTok. Ako nag-TikTok for a little bit. Yon, that's one thing that I tried during pandemic. Nag-TikTok. Nag-post ako ng TikTok video.
Oo nga, nakita ko nga yung mga entries mo. Hindi mo na tinuloy?
Kakapagod mag-edit eh.
Kailangan magsasayaw ako sa TikTok. Kailangan sumayaw ako sa TikTok para magka-followers ka.
Kaya mo yun, Angel. Alam naman natin kung sino mga mahilig sumayaw dito, di ba?
Pag lasing o pag normal lang?
Both.
Baka maniwala sila. Totoo pa naman yun.
Totoo nga. Gusto mo ilabas natin yung video mo?
Ayan, may question si Ann Sanchez. What's your most expensive and cheapest travel by far? Wala maisip eh. Kayo.
My most expensive definitely was my 1 year traveling nung 2011, 2012. Most expensive dive trip din at that time.
Interesting question to.
Meron ka ba?
Magkakaiba eh. Ako, hindi ko.
Kasi ako, kung hindi nyo alam, I work for an airline. So may tanggal sa akin yung airfare. So ang gauge ko na lang is yung cost of living sa country. So parang sa Peru, I find Peru so cheap. Ang magpapamahal lang sa kanya is yung airfare. Same with Nepal. Europe, mahal talaga. Most South American countries, Bolivia, Ecuador, Peru, cheap sila kung nandun ka na. Mahal lang yung airfare.
I think, yeah, tama yun. Ako naman, kasi cheapest siguro was yung 2009 na biyahe ko around Southeast Asia. That was, I think, for 3 weeks, napagkasya ko, not including airfare, napagkasya ko mga 30K pesos for 3 weeks around 6 countries. Yun yung mga panahon na nag-start pa lang ako mag-travel. So parang medyo backpacking style ko yung ginagawa ko that time. Pero most expensive, I think, yung trip natin, Jel, sa Europe.
One of the most memorable trips.
Yeah, Paris, south of France, Barcelona.
And, yung first day ko sa Paris, nanakawan ka agad ako. Nasa tapat na ako ng Airbnb namin. So parang tinitingnan ko lang yung titirahan. And then, I brought up my passport kasi nilagay ko siya sa bag ko. Gusto ko lang tingnan yung stamp sa Paris airport. Pagtingin ko wala na yung phone ko. Ganun
Ano, wala ka?
Wala yung
first day. Chinek ko lang yung visa ko. Nilapag ko lang sandali yung phone ko sa tabi ng bag ko. And then, pagtingin ko, wala na yung phone ko. First day.
Diba? Na-vlog mo yata yun.
Hindi, sa akin yun.
I'm so lucky. Anything na nawala ko sa travel, it's because of my carelessness. Never pa ako ninakawan.
Careless ako din. Admittedly, careless naman ako din.
May one time I dropped my nahulog ko yung wallet ko sa metro, sa isang metro station, and then somebody found it and returned it to me. Crazy. So crazy.
Sabi ko, sa metro, di ba, Ron?
Ha?
Sa Spain.
Sa metro?
Oh, si Angel nahuli sa Paris Metro kasi nagwa 1, 2, 3.
Nawala yung ticket ko.
Yeah.
So, akala nila hindi ako nagbayad.
Tanungin muna natin si Atty. Gusto ko malaman yung sagot niya sa most expensive. Wala akong pakialam sa cheapest niya. Kasi wala naman siya cheap.
Hindi, wala akong actually.
Maybe South America, no? Nag-South America siya ng short trip eh.
Oo, pero kasi ang South America, totoo naman sabi ni Angel, yung kung tatanggalin mo yung yung airfare, kunwari lang na taga Philippine Airlines pero ibig sabihin yung airfare lang ang mahal. Pero once na nandun ka na, medyo okay naman siya. Pero so parang Southeast Asia, ganong travel. Ganon ang expense doon eh. So siguro kung may mahal, US? New York?
Dahil siya shopping.
I-exclude din natin yung shopping. Kasi ako, pag nag-shopping, wala ito. Tingnan mo, ref magnets ko, lahat na ng mga pwedeng bibilhin eh.
Di ba, Julius, ikaw yung di ba? Ikaw yung umalis ng Morocco, umuwi ng Pilipinas na merong ilan? 12 luggage ba yun?
12 luggage?
12 ba?
Kasama ko si nandito pa si Jeric, sa Pinoy Boy Journals.
Wow.
Hindi kasi from Morocco, kasama namin si Gay, Pinay Travel Junkie. Si Carla at si Christian, nanonood sila ngayon. Blissful Guru and Lakad Pilipinas. So, after Morocco, diretso kami ng Dubai. So, lahat yun along the way. Morocco pa lang, daming bibili, daming plato eh. so lahat yun dadalhin
mo. Yan pala yung laman ng shelf mo sa likod.
Lahat yan. So anyway, kung pag maganda yung lugar, dun siguro mapapamahal ka sa souvenirs. So yun, depende siguro. Yun, kaya medyo relative yung most expensive tsaka cheap na travel.
I agree. Tsaka yan, may question pa dito bago from
Ren Free
Lopez. Yeah. What does travel light means to you all po? Travel light.
Backpack.
Huh?
Backpack.
Travel light.
When I was traveling,
travel light mga tatlo lang.
Hindi si hindi si
Julius yan. Emotionally ba yan o yung backpack mo?
Oo nga. Papakidify ng travel light.
Emotional.
Teka.
Kasi may ganun eh.
Pahugutin muna natin si Angel. Paki-explain.
Bakit ako?
Ikaw ang nagsabi ng emotional ba? Travel light?
Hindi, pero we travel.
Let's go.
We travel.
Magaling naman si Angel sa let go na ganyan.
We travel to escape to forget about whatever nagpapabigat sa atin emotionally. Pero I think hindi niya question ni Renfree.
Siguro yung packing ata to. Tama ba?
Backpacking. Ako, mas prefer ko yung backpacking eh. One backpack lang. Tapos nandun na lahat. So magsa-side A, side B ako. If you know what I mean.
Ginagawa mo pa rin ba yan ngayon? Hanggang ngayon?
I don't know. Kasi parang napansin ko habang tumatagal, parang nag-iiba yung preference mo. Parang before, kaya kong matulog sa bus station, sa kung saan, sa tent. Ngayon parang, at the end of the day, gusto mo na yung comfort ng soft bed, ng aircon, di ba?
Tumatanda.
Tama.
Yeah.
I think kayo.
Tingnan experience natin yun. Once in a while, gusto ko pa rin namang gawin, pero siguro it comes with the age.
Hindi, pero back to pandemic. Feeling ko after pandemic, yung mga nag-reset button nga tayo di ba? So feeling ko magkakaroon tayo ng sense of adventure ulit na sige nga, try natin ulit sa backpack.
Tingin ko. Kasi ngayon,
kaya mo
may
yun?
magic, parang na-reset niya yung magic di ba?
So gagawin natin yun. Balik tayo ng Paris, naka isang backpack lang. Basta sama.
Basta
gawin niyo.
Hindi ako nagbabackpack. I use rolling bag. I don't wanna carry backpack. Hindi naman ako magma-mountain climb. Dati inisip ko yan during my long trip kung gusto ko mag-backpack kasi 10 years ago I was a backpacker, meaning like yung multi-cities, you live outside of your bag. Pero I have kept my bag under 15 kilos like the whole time, almost 1 year. Sa US na lang bumigat kasi last stop ko yun, balik bayan box na.
Okay, wait lang.
15 kilogram lang yung bag ko because at that time, yung mga Ryanair, then, kasi multi-cities, no? So I have to make sure na. In fact, dati may one time na, I was traveling with with the partner, tapos, yung gamit niya, parang merong 1 kilong bigas na iwan niya dun sa bag ko. So na-overweight. So parang, 1 kilo overweight. So I have to hand carry yung bigas na 1 kilo.
Naalala ko sa Nepal, hindi kasi ako kumukuha ng extra baggage So tsaka 1 backpack lang ako usually Tapos
kasi umakit ka ng bundok.
Nag-exceed ako ng limit ko. So sinuot ko yung mga yung lahat ng gear ko, kapal-kapal. Para lang
para walang
Tingnan mo si Rosel Raquel nandyan, no? Hello, Rosel.
Question si Weiwei Ang.
Teka, may tanong.
Question si Weiwei Ang.
Basahin mo yung tanong tapos
Kumukuha rin ba kayo ng mga items like shampoo, toothbrush, etc. sa hotel na napuntahan nyo? Yes!
Taas ang kamay.
Very Filipino.
Yeah.
Kasi ginagamit ko siya sa travel.
Yeah.
Actually ngayon dito, meron ako isang box na puno ng mga toiletries na.
Oo, ako rin. Tapos pinapamigay ko minsan yung iba pagka may mga opportunity na pamigay.
Pagbigay mo sa mga inaanak mo na hindi mo naman
Magko-community pantry na ako ng mga toiletries from
Yes. Souvenirs daw. Ito souvenirs ko.
Ako.
Oo nga pala. Oo nga. Anong nyo?
No comment.
Na souvenirs?
Souvenirs?
Oo, na binibili.
Dati every destination na pinupuntahan ko, bumibili ako ng shirt. Pero hindi ko naman sinusuot. So, I stopped buying t-shirts. So, wala na. Parang wala na lang.
Dati I collect like mugs. City mugs, yung parang hindi Starbucks pero dati wala pang Starbucks mugs noon. Pero mga mugs na ganito. And then, because I started traveling longer and longer, naging masyadong babasagin na siya. So, I started collecting magnets. So, now I have a wall of magnets. Ayan, si Julius, ganyan din, no?
Uy, gusto ko yung question ni Joseph Lam.
Yata, 5 yung magnets na. Before, I used to buy mga big magnets. Nung huli, parang mga pinaka-smallest and lightest magnet na rin.
Ano sabi mo, Jel? Sino may tanong?
Gusto yung question ni Joseph Lam. Have you tried bike travel touring? Actually, pangarap ko yan. Oo. Pangarap ko yan. Actually, after pandemic, isa sa mga dream ko is to bike around the Philippines. Kung kaya pa ng tuhod ko.
Nice.
No.
Hindi pwede sa amin ni attorney yan Lagi kami lasing
Totoo.
Pero try ko na to actually. Yung bike touring, minsan sa Banawe, nagbabike kami 3 days. Sa Cordillera, as a whole, nagbabike kami 3 days, ganyan. And then pag may mga destination na pinupuntahan ako, pag pwede yung bike para mag-tour, mas mura kasi siya kung ano mag-bike. Tsaka mas tipid, mas hindi nakakapagod kaysa maglakad ka. Masaya mag-bike. Yun lang, nakarelate lang ako kay Joseph. Question ni Mary Joy, what are the best general tips for all travelers during the COVID-19 pandemic? During.
Parang
Ayan, si attorney lang nakapag-travel ng pandemic. Anong ginawa mo to be safe?
Kaya lang kasi yung destination din, limited Kasi for example, El Nido, isa lang yung airline, tsaka limited, as in isa lang yung flight din. konti lang din yung pasahero. So, siguro, ang hirap din magbigay ng general tips, but to be safe, yun lang. Kasi hindi natin alam anytime pwede kang ma-infect tong virus
Tsaka pero hindi naman sa pagiging insensitive dahil baka isipin kasi na iba, COVID na, travel pa rin yung iniisip natin. Pero kasi minsan pag part na ng sistema yung travel, it helps your mental health na makarecover or makakope sa mga bagay-bagay. I think mas okay yung mga outdoors, like mga mountains, yung less yung tao,
Less crowd.
open areas, ganun. Mga outdoor travel ang okay ngayong pandemic. If you can climb a mountain, if you can go to the beach, mga ganon, yung basta anything outdoors.
Yeah, true. Saka yung nearby, drivable, bikeable, para, kayo lang ng family.
I think the most important tip na pwede kong sabihin sa ganito, although hindi ko masabi pa rin kasi dahil hindi pa naman ako nagpag-travel ulit since, last year. I think the most important and the best thing that we need to put in mind whenever we're traveling during this time is to be careful and to understand yung rules sa place na pupuntahan mo, restrictions ba, you need to be selfless din, and you need to understand other people's be considerate kasi yung iba, like syempre ngayon social distancing, alam mo yon, hindi ka po pwedeng magpa-picture na lang basta-basta ulit with the locals na even if you're vaccinated, you need to be more sensitive sa mga ganung bagay.
And guys, don't take your RT-PCR swab test, please.
Yeah. I think we're closing soon, so I think Lilian, you want to wrap up or anything? Lilian.
So do we pick like a few parang let's pick last 3 questions?
Actually, ang daming questions na hindi natin nasagot, no? Sayang.
nga daw. May mga nagsasabi na nagta-text sila, hindi daw na...
Sorry guys. I hope
ang bilis kasi nag-scroll But
imagine, 1 hour na pala tayong nagchismismisan dito.
Oo
nga.
That's how we miss traveling actually.
Yeah, see, we're so glad that so many people joined us and then you participated and gave your question. Yeah.
Kung gusto niyo ng part 2, sabihin niyo lang.
Sige.
Pero
maganda kung may part 2, meron tayong specific topic kasi ngayon general, di ba? So
masyadong general. Mas specific dapat. Tsaka don't forget to follow Urban Gadgets to see more of their posts, guys. Thank you.
Paano po ginawa niyo kamag-anak? Kamag-anak.
Paano po ginagawa niyo ang pasabay ng pasalubong?
Well, part naman ng yan ng Filipino culture. So minsan kahit maliliit na bagay, pasalubong. Pero kung wala talagang budget para sa pasalubong, yung mga ninenok mo na lang na shampoo tsaka sabon, pwede na yun.
Actually, dati ganyan ako, pero parang dumating yung time na parang hindi na ako magpapasalubong kasi ang laking part ng expense yung pasalubong for my workmates, for family. So para I stop buying pasalubong na. And then nasanay na lang sila na wala akong pasalubong. So sanayin sila na pasalubong. Lalo na kung frequent traveler kayo. Kung di ko awa kayo. Unless may budget kayo for pasalubong talaga.
Siguro pag mahaba-haba yung biyahe, okay lang. Pero kung weekly ka naman or monthly ka nagbabiyahe, parang lagi may pasalubong. Wala.
Ako nga, hindi ako namimigay ng pasalubong na. So, sobrang dalas, no? Parang wow, wala na. Ano na lang.
Okay. Ano ba? Last question na ba tayo? Tapos final words?
Final words.
1 hour na tayo eh.
Yeah, sabi ni Jeff, wala daw
pero
time limit.
Pero sabi kasi wala daw time limit eh. Pero
sabi ni Jeff,
talaga.
Okay lang eh. So kung may gagawin kung okay lang, we can extend a little bit. Daming questions eh.
Tanong mo, what are your advice to future travel bloggers?
Bakit daw dapat i-limit?
Actually, relevant yan dun sa question kanina na parang what made you decide to be a travel blogger? Actually, hindi yung decision, hindi ko decision na maging travel blogger. I vlogged before kasi gusto ko lang ma-document lahat ng
Document, right?
Kasi when I started vlogging, hindi pa siya ganun ka-saturated yung travel vlogging community. And then a lot of people were asking me kung paano magpunta diyan, ano yung mga budget mo. So sabi ko, i-document ko na lang, ipo-post ko, basahin ko doon. So when people ask me, eto, documented. So that's how I started, and then everything grew from there. So hindi siya decision na gusto ko maging travel blogger. Although yung times kasi ngayon, iba because of the rise of other social media platforms, and siguro yung competition and yung ease nung paggawa ng vlogs and yung opportunities and possible benefits na makuha mo dito. So nag-iba yung landscape ng travel vlogging recently.
Totoo, naging saturated. Before, honestly, dati, sobrang, hindi ko nga alam na may group ng Filipino travel vloggers eh. 2010 ko na nga lang kayo nakilala eh. Kilala ko lang before si Gay, saka si Nina Wonders. Yun lang yung nakilala ko na first two na, at saka si Iron Wolf pala. So hindi kasi ako ma-travel sa Philippines before. It was actually after I've traveled more, and then naging destination ko na rin yung Philippines. But before parang kala mo, hindi ko rin alam yun eh. Kala ko dati parang I'm from the Philippines, so I know Philippines. Pero the truth is when I met people pala, parang hindi ko pala alam. So and then that's when I started traveling Philippines. I also vlog because of my
advice to future travel blogger, just just
start,
write,
just start.
Vlog because you like to write,
Yeah.
Kasi basta yun na yun.
Since traveling, Ron, we can't hear you.
Since traveling po is quite prohibited, do you have plans to feed your page with other ideas or contents?
Ako wala. It's still very I'm still I don't post anymore just because kasi nga wala na ako ma-post. So actually my blog is idle, even my Instagram. So in the beginning of the pandemic, sabi ko I have enough pictures to post forever. Kasi nga like I take a lot of picture. It's one of the things I like doing when I travel. Pero and then nagkaroon ng meme na stop posting old travel photos, and then people ask you, are you there? Are you there? So I also kind of stopped posting din travel photos sa Insta.
Yeah, parang damn if you do, damn if you don't. Parang iba. Pag nag-post ka, sabihin insensitive. Pag di ka na nag-post, ano nangyari sa'yo? Nawala yata si Ron.
Si Ron?
Kailangan daw ba maging mayaman? Kailangan daw ba maging mayaman bilang travel blogger? Honestly,
travel according to your means, no? Ano ba yan?
Pero if you want to travel na mas makatipid ka, find a job that will let you travel for free. Hindi mo kailangan maging mayaman. Tama ba, Lil? Kasi ako, I'm not sure kung open ko na to. Hindi naman kami mayaman. Lasing na yata ako. Anyway, hindi kami mayaman. So nung nag-aaral ako from elementary, kinder, high school to college, wala akong binabayaran sa school kasi public, and then hindi naman ganun kaganda yung financial status namin. But when I started to travel, sabi ko when I started to work, sabi ko gusto ko ng job na makaka-travel ako. So thankfully nakapasok ko dun sa isang company that gives free travel benefit.
Hello, can you hear me?
For us, before traveling was a luxury. So parang once a year, kasi meron akong yung lola, my dad's from Hong Kong. So once a year, we would go there. And when we were small, parang, wow, ganun din. Like, I also wanted to travel. Pero it was such a luxury. So never ko inisip that I would be well-traveled. Like this.
Sabi nga ni Weiwei, hindi naman siguro kailangan maging mayaman. Mag-ipon lang.
No.
Actually, management lang yan ang finances
kung ano yung means nyo. Right? I mean,
Hello?
Hindi naman kailangan Europe agad. We can hear
Yeah.
you, Ron.
Okay. Kasi hindi nyo kayo sumasagot eh. Malay ko ba kung ano, earphone ko.
Si Candy.
Ay, interesting yung question ni Donabel. Travel hacks daw.
Ano na?
Travel
Nasaan na ba?
hack.
Nasaan na si Julius?
Ako, siguro isa sa mga travel hacks ko yung to save from hotel expenses. Yung mga travel, minsan ginagawa ko sa gabi. So natutulog ako sa bus, sa plane, sa barko, katipid sa hotel, and then parang mas na-maximize niya yung time mo. Kasi yun yung time na dapat nagpapahinga ka. Edi mag-travel ka, matulog ka sa bus.
Ginawa namin yan sa Myanmar bus. Wow, I've recently. I mean, like I did that nung 10 years ago. Pero itong parang 2 years ago, me and some of my friends, nag-Myanmar kami, ginawa din ulit namin yan. Pero ngayon kasi mga buses din sa Asia, maganda na rin eh. Parang...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no?
Parang... sa Philippines, actually, ginawa ko pala yan
sila, night
bus with Nina.
Kanina ko pa nababasa yung question ni Mary Joy. Kasi maganda siya.
Hi, Catherine.
Has travel insurance ever help you out during your travels? Hindi siya personal experience, pero ako, I know a friend na nasa Thailand kami, tapos pumutok yung appendicitis niya. Thankfully, may travel insurance siya. Ang laki ng natipid niya. Parang cover ng travel insurance, yung hospitalization, yung transport ng family, yung pag-uwi nila. And magkano lang binayaran niya for parang less than 1,000 pesos. Tapos cover
yung isang friend din namin I don't know if she's here. Sa Vietnam din si Vanji. Andiyan ka ba, Vanji? Magparamdam ka nga. Sabi niya,
after that incident, sabi ko, when I travel abroad, mas intelligent decision yung kumuha ng travel insurance. Kung local, medyo
pero maraming times hindi rin ako nakaka-claim eh. Especially, let's say, dental, ganyan. Hindi ako claim. So, may mga insurance agency na hindi ko i-recommend. So, na mahirap mag-claim. Like, they just email back and forth with you, mga parang 30 emails na. Wala pa din. Parang sinasayang lang yung oras mo. Pero before, yung parang sa PhilAm, nung time na yon, nakakuha kami nun. I mean, yung sa sister ko nasira yung bag niya, na-claim niya. And yung World Nomad, mabilis mag-claim sa World Nomad. When I was doing my long trip, I use World Nomad kasi nga I travel with gadgets and long term siya.
Yung question ni Renfrey, culture na inadapt nyo from other country? Ako, yung politeness ng Canadian. Parang doon ko lang kasi na-experience yung bababa ng bus, tapos magte-thank you sila sa driver. So, nung nakita ko, talagang consistent lahat ng bumaba ng bus doon sa Canada, nagte-thank you sila doon sa driver. So, pagdating ko doon ng Pilipinas, nagte-thank you ako sa driver. Jeepney,
parang iniisip mo.
Hindi. So, yung iba, iniisip nag 1, 2, 3 ako, pag sa jeep, tas nag-thank you ako. Pero hindi, thank you sa driver.
Na safely ka hinatid, ganyan.
Oo.
Kung daw, curious po ako, ayan. May OOTD ba dala sa bagahe or sakto lang? Sino ba? Si Ron, meron yan. Kasi magkasama kami sa Japan. Ako wala. In fact, nung nagsa-travel ako, like, people would comment na parang paulit-ulit yung damit.
Hindi, kasi Lil, nung na time na yun, may nag-sponsor yung isang clothing brand, Japanese clothing brand sa akin, remember? So, nagbigay sila sa akin ng siguro mga 15 pieces ng winter outfit. So, si Lilian ang official ko nun. official photographer.
Paulit-ulit, always the same jacket.
Actually, may tip ako sa ganun eh. Kung gusto nyo especially for winter clothes, kung ayaw nyo magpapaulit-ulit every season, halimbawa 2020, 2021 winter trips nyo, kung ayaw ulitin, parang hindi kayo gumagastos masyado, maghanap kayo ng mga ka-size nyo na friends. Pwede kayo mag-swap ng clothes. Especially outerwear.
Pareho yung follower nyo.
Ha?
Pareho kayo ni Lacochero.
Uy, wala ko ganon.
Di ba? Pwede yun.
Yeah, pero yeah.
Di ba si Angel, di ba ginamit mo yung jacket ko rin before sa nasa tayo? Kasi halos same kami ng
kayo
size.
Sa flight nyo.
Ayan, si attorney.
Ilang
times ba? Natalo.
Pero pasok pa din. I mean, hindi na iwan ng aeroplano.
Nakapag-away ka before, di ba? Parang nakapagtalo ka na. Pwedeng ko ba? Kasi close counter na nun eh.
Boracay ba? Boracay yata yun.
Boracay.
Hindi naman inopen nila. Pero okay pa naman. Hindi
Anyway, domestic lang naman yun.
Ako 2 times. Isa, kasama ko yung parents ko na late kaming magising. To Hong Kong lang naman. So like, we had to book another flight ng later. And one time, I missed my connecting flight from papunta na ako ng US noon after my long trip. So, meron akong connecting flight to San Francisco. So, I was just sitting from South America. I was just sitting at the airport waiting for my connecting flight. Tapos, na-move pala yung yung gate ng So, I was waiting. Tapos, finally, nung tinawag na, sabi ko, bakit papuntang New York to? Papunta ako San Francisco. Oh no, it was moved there. Oh no! So, nag-stop ako ng Miami ng 1 day. That I missed. But they booked me for free. Pero I had to pay for my own hotel.
Quick question before we wrap up lang. Tayo raw ba yung nag-edit ng vlogs natin? Yes. I think kami lang. I can speak for everyone, I think. Wala kaming mga ghost writers, ghost editors. Kami yung nag-edit ng vlogs namin.
Hala?
Tama, di ba?
Oo, lahat. Except sa layout, yung mga masyadong technical na, pero picture...
Yung technical side, syempre, hindi naman lahat ganun ka-technical. Pero yung content, guys, kami nagsusulat nun.
Sino nagtanong?
Si Alisa.
Experience ba kayong na-deny ng boarding?
Ako.
Ikaw?
Bakit?
Ang Timor-Leste. Kasabay ko si Carda at si Christian. So, from Bali. So, yun lang kasi way papuntang Timor-Leste. Tapos,
Ako, madalas.
Talaga?
Na-deny yung
page. Waiting list ka kasi parati.
Hindi, yung pages ng passport.
Kulang.
Kulang.
Puno na.
Puno na.
No, so cannot be.
Hindi,
grabe
pero
naman yun.
Dapat kasi may dalawang extra, di ba?
Ilan
requirement.
Yun. So, sa Bali na lang.
Okay.
Yun. Yun lang so far, yun pa lang.
Ako madalas ako ma-deny kasi parati ko naka-waitlist.
Ano?
Sabay
kayo nagsasalita?
Nagbabasa ako ng mga comment.
I guess, advice na lang daw sa viewers before we wrap up.
Ano daw?
So we're really, so I guess
advice
we want to say
advice to viewers before we wrap up.
In fact, when this was suggested, I was nervous. Or if you started watching, I was really nervous in the beginning because we're not used to. I did talk before, pero ngayon ito recorded, pwedeng pa-edit out yung first part because I was fumbling. Like, you don't know who hindi mo alam kung sinong kakausapin mo, but we're like people warm up, so now it's really nice. Thanks for we would love to do part 2.
Wow, may part 2 request.
Kasi that's what we wanted to talk. I mean, ito naman talagang gusto namin gawin. Like, we always talk about travel anyways.
This is the first time I talk about travel after
online.
Since we're not traveling anyway.
Yeah.
Yung mga talks, true, kasi yung mga talks natin before medyo, di ba? Specific yung mga niche. Like, halimbawa, si Jello, laging talks niya, puro mga photography, ganyan. Yung sa akin naman, mostly stories, di ba? So, first time natin magkaroon ng mga general platform para Parang ano,
Mine was
usapan lang. So, I
travel
think it's,
hacks as well. Mga travel
yeah,
planning.
I would
Hindi mo
love to have
nakaplan.
another episode, pero siguro specific topic, no?
yeah, para
Yeah.
para medyo ano, talagang prepare din tayo, like information na pwede natin i-share,
Oo.
yung mga ganun. At saka hindi medyo layo-layo.
Kalat-kalat.
Although it's fun na
Pero it's
yeah,
so
we
fun.
discussed
And
this.
where we appreciate everybody's question.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Thank you guys
we
for
also
participating.
some of the people we
Yeah.
are like people we know, so we're really happy we're thankful for the support.
Okay. So final words, everyone. Paikot. Start with siguro sino ba mag-start?
Ikaw na, para end si Lilian.
Sige,
What?
ako na. Final words. Okay, I think yung napag-usapan natin tonight, it's a good topic. If you want another topic or another session about it, dami pang pwedeng pag-usapan, like how are we going to like talk about or forecast kung anong pwedeng maging trends after pandemic. We can discuss it further kasi pag yun lang yung topic, it's a big topic to discuss. It will take a while for us and dami pwedeng tanong. So I think to summarize tonight's session, it's actually a very you know, knowing where we are at the moment is key for us to know where we're heading. So we need to read, be informed, and in terms of travel, you need to be inspired. We understand the priorities are changing. You also need to know kung ano yung kailangan mo. If travel is one of them that, you know, keeps you sane, you know, gives you an escape, then aspire and dream. Walang masama doon, right?
Nice one.
Ako?
Ayan,
Next.
sila na pumili.
Yellow.
Ayan.
Jello.
Actually, honestly, this pandemic changed everyone. Ako, personally, na-experience ko yung very lows and I lost my dad because of COVID last year, and then my family got infected with COVID virus this year. Somehow it changed my perception of life as a whole, hindi lang yung travel. And I don't know kung mababalik niya pa yung me before pandemic took our lives. Pero at the end of the day, parang kapit lang eh. Wala namang forever sa pandemic na to. I mean, darating yung time na mawala to, and it's a good thing na I don't know, hindi ako kasi masyado nag-open about my personal lives. Pero I'm looking forward dun sa day na mababalik yung normalcy sa lahat. And I'm excited for everyone, and sana guys, kapit lang tayo lahat. Malalampasan natin to.
Ayan. So for me naman, I think yun nga kasi for now we cannot travel. So whether it be on travel or anything you may want to do, siguro go mo lang kung anong magiging good for your mental sanity, your mental health mo. Kasi mahirap pang ma-stress ka na, tapos nasa within the, for my case, sa loob lang ng condo. So you just have to do whatever makes you happy. Kasi for example, in my case, I have really planned for a grand travel for this year because I'll be turning 40 this year. So because it might not happen soon na walang travel talaga. So I will have to do some alternatives for now. So siguro just do anything na magiging busy ka. So yeah, because life is short. Yan lang.
Wow, ang lalim.
Wait. After this pandemic, mag-breakdown trip tayo lahat. Yung trip na pwede kang pumunta tayo sa isang lugar na pwede kang sumigaw, magwalwal, ilabas mo lang sama ng loob mo. Ganon.
Lasing na yata.
Maganda yan, breakdown trip. Yes, breakdown trip. Kailangan natin yan. Lilian.
For me naman,
thank you guys for watching.
And for me naman, like everyone else, it's you know, I always want to do, I always looking for the next trip. So right now, I'm also happy. I mean, you know, somebody asked me like I was asked one time kung depressed ba daw ako because of no travel, knowing na parati akong outside. Pero the truth is, you know, sometimes you're bored, pero I am also thankful of, you know, like, I mean, there's nothing much to complain except for boredom. So I guess that's okay. So, you know, kung boredom lang yung biggest problem ko at the moment, and pera. So, you know, at least, you know, we have our health, and you have your friends, and, you know, may internet. So that's it. So anyway, thank you everyone. And also thank you to Urban Gadget for hosting this live chat. And so Urban Gadget, for any gadget needs, you can go to their website. They ship everywhere, worldwide, not nationwide pala. Lasing na rin sa tubig. And also, you know, meron silang mga branches sa Vertis North, sa Bonifacio High Street, saka sa 30th Pasig. So when it opens, open na ba? Tapos no, like, are the malls open already? Di ba hanggang 30 lang yung close?
Open na daw. Open na.
So I guess tomorrow. So thank you. Thanks guys for joining for this meetup. Hope to see you soon. In person and online, whatever. Meeting.
Okay.
See you all soon.
See you.
Grabe ang bilis!
Open ng mall. Bukas punta na. And also, we want to remind na, ayan pala, nasa clicker down there. Some 10 people will be receiving free gifts from Urban Gadget. Thank you. So, ito na ba yun?
Bye. Okay na.